Hi, my name is Charles Feeder. I'm the president of Rossmoor Pastries. We're making dummy cakes today. Not the busiest time of the year, a perfect time to keep up with the styles. And you'll see some new Art Deco has coming back in design. Cakes are basically stacked these days. People don't even want separation. And so that's a big part of our business. Keeping current with the wedding cake designs. I have 3 full-time wedding cake decorators. I have 5 girls in the wedding cake studio selling wedding cakes. And we have, when we get too busy, then the other decorators will just jump in and assist the wedding cake decorators. And so we like to put out a superior product. Okay, somebody comes into the wedding cake studio to order their wedding cake. They may have been sent here by the venue that they're celebrating their reception, or they may just want to get a cake from Rossmoor. And they'll call and make, for the wedding cakes, they have to call and make an appointment. We do take walk-ins, but basically it's by appointment. Once they come in, we get all of the information from them, where the date and the time and where it gets delivered and all that kind of detail. And then they get to choose. They can look around the wedding cake studio at all the wonderful examples of cakes that we have on display. We call them dummy cakes. And they look at them and they can see what they want, and they can then add color if they want, add ribbons if they want, whatever they want to do. But we find out from them exactly what their desire is as far as the look of the cake. And we tell them what size it can be for the amount of people that they're going to have at the wedding. Then we bring out trays of samples. They get a real slice of cake to try, not just a scoop, not just a spoonful, but a slice of cake that would be similar to what they're going to get in their wedding. And they get to choose from the flavor sheet what they want to taste, or we just bring them out what we think we'd like them to have if they don't want to make choices. And then by the time this 1-hour interview or consultation is finished, everything is done. The cake is ordered, the flavors are selected, they know what it's going to cost them, and they have to pay a deposit, and then they leave, okay? And for the regular cakes, the same process happens. We have one person here that we call the cake diva, and she takes the orders of the fancier cakes, the more elaborate cakes, the bigger cakes. But any one of the store employees can take regular cake orders. And so by the end of the day, we have a nice stack of cakes that will be picked up or that we'll be delivering. We have a very orderly process for how we process our wedding cakes. We take the order on a sheet of paper. That paper is a very valuable bit of information. It immediately gets posted into the computer. Then copies are made, so when it's time to produce the cake, we're ready for that. A week before, we call the venue to verify that the cake is still in order, that the party is still going to take place. We verify the delivery and any other information that we can get from the venue. Then we give it to our wedding cake department. On Monday morning, the wedding cake department gets a sheet of paper that is all the detail for the wedding. They begin to process now. We have to bake the cake, we have to fill it and ice it, and then the cake goes to the wedding cake decorating department. They put a number on each tier. So if it's cake number 5, you'll see a little flag with a 5 on it in each one of the tiers of that cake. Then it gets put in the refrigerator, and in order, they pull it out of the refrigerator and begin to process it. Once the cake is processed, that piece of paper stays with it now all the way until delivery day. On Wednesday, we get a list of all the cakes that we need to deliver, and either Mike Glover, our general manager, or I, who have a lot of experience dealing with traffic and dealing with geography in the area, will make our list of 60 or 70 wedding cakes, how they're going to get delivered. Then we assign drivers to take groups of the wedding cakes, and we know where the drivers are very familiar and they're very comfortable with those. So a lot of paperwork gets done. We spend at least an hour with the bride and groom or whoever's ordering the cake, the wedding cake, and then we spend another hour dealing with all the paperwork before the paper even goes to the decorator and to the shipping department. So it's a little involved. It's not, people think it's a real snappy thing to do, but it's not. If you want to do it correctly and not make any mistakes, because what will happen is Janice and I will be out for dinner on Saturday night and somebody will call up and say, oh my gosh, this happened or that happened. We do not want to get that phone call on a late evening. And all bakers know those phone calls. They're terrible to get them, but it does happen from time to time. And we do a good job to prevent it.